Background music productions.
What about your early influences in music, or
As far as what like artists like music that I would listen to and was exposed to.
yes, and across the board, different genres?
You want some names, huh?
Yes.
Um, growing up, like, my parents are split up, so there's always music around. You know what I'm saying? But like, it would depend on whose home I was in. It was like with my mom or with my father. You know what I mean? With my mom, we spent a lot of time in church. A lot of live instruments. A lot of talented vocalists. My mom would sing in the church. They would want me to play drums and shit like that in the church.
And did you?
No, not really. I love to do it like with some of the other musicians every now and then, but not anything serious. I was kind of shy, honestly. But one of my first music memories is this big CD set full of all the classical composers. It was like, excuse me. It was like a master class of the greatest composers, like almost like like dictionary Mozart, and Bach, and Handel, and all of these names. These monolithic names. You know what I'm saying? Beethoven and on down the line, and I would listen to it a lot. You know what I mean? My mom, like, obviously it was really like Christian household. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't listen to a lot of the music that I wanted to at that time, which was rap. Like early '90s, mid '90s, like that just good rap was everywhere. You know what I mean?
And who did you want to listen to? What was
who did I want to listen to? Man, I wanted to listen to Tupac, Outkast, Biggie Smalls. I was a big Biggie fan back then. It's when I first got introduced to like some of the like old school guys, like like the pre-Golden Era guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Eric B. and Rakim. Follow the Leader, and man, all kinds of stuff. But like too, my hip hop ear wasn't as refined then. You know what I mean? Like back then, mostly what I listened to, I never really got to. Like my dad. My dad's probably like the biggest influence on my musical ear in my life. He used to always say, he likes some rap, the really good stuff, the excellent stuff, but a lot of it he doesn't like. He doesn't like a lot of hip hop. Couldn't tell you the difference between rap and hip hop. He'll argue with me to this day. There ain't no difference. It's the same thing. But I grew up, man, listening to all kinds of great music, man. Like I can remember my father playing Hall and Oates and Prince and Sade and Babyface and the Eagles and the Commodores and Switch, Patsy Cline, Elvis, Madonna, Led Zeppelin, Chicago, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Al Green, Sam Cooke, Smokey Robinson, all the Motown stuff, the Jackson 5, really on and on down the line. Like, of course, there's like a big, black music component, like soul and R&B component. But man, I grew up on a lot of rock music. Like the classic stuff, the good stuff. A lot of Rolling Stones. A lot of the good alternative stuff too, man. Like that was when that was getting big. Like Stone Temple Pilots and fucking Green Day. I used to love the album Dookie when I was a kid. My dad hated it, but I used to love that album.
What was it about those groups that resonated with you?
It was just the sound. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always really big on the sound of things, like the timbre of it, yeah, and like the kind of overall tone of some music, but like this new sound. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't punk rock. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that rebellious, but it was still like, I was a kid. It was goofy. It was the simple pop, 3-chord stuff, and my friends, I had a lot of white friends. A lot of my friends listen to that shit, and it was something that I could like, you know, lock with them over. You know what I'm saying? Like music is a really big like communal thing, a bonding kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, being one of 4 or 5 black kids in the school, the other 2 of which were my brothers. Mm-hmm. You know, like that was something I could always kind of agree with them on. You know what I mean? Or something that they might not expect. Even to my later years, people will get, be surprised when I know a Beatles song or, Eric Clapton or something. But to me, it's just normal, man. It's just music, Like, I love all kinds of great music, man. I got all kinds of records and CDs and just days and days and days worth of all kinds of music.